introduced by Frenchman Anne Robert and Jacques Turgot, and this is adopted by Thomas Malthus in his essay Principle of Population 1798. Right. Law of decreasing marginal return or the law of variable proportion. See, simply the law of variable proportion is also called the law of decreasing marginal return. Now, decreasing marginal returns, why? Because the marginal return will start declining as we increase more and more input. That means now, since it is a variable proportion, I earlier also discussed about this variable proportion, that as we are employing to a fixed factor. See, the definition given by P.A. Samuelson is an increase in some inputs relative to other fixed input will in a given state technology cause output to increase, but a point the extra output resulting from same additions of extra input will be less and less. This simply means that if I am adding more and more labor to a single machine, let's say I have a single machinery in my plant, and in that plant I'm employing, in that machinery I'm employing more and more labor, more and more, then what will happen? Simply after means the output will start increasing, but the output increase will be very less in comparison to the increase in the labor employed, because all the factors are not changing. In the law of variable proportion, maybe my fixed factor is fixed, and variable factors is changing. So my fixed cost to variable cost, the proportion is not in constant, like 1:1. This is a constant ratio, or the proportionate change would be fine. If it is 1:1, 2:2, this means the proportion between the fixed and cost will be same. But in law of variable proportion, we don't get this type of proportion. What happens in law of variable proportion? Simply the proportion between fixed and variable is different. Maybe because the fixed factor has to remain constant. My fixed factor is 1 only. Now I'm changing the proportion to 2 or 3 or 4, anything. This means the fixed factor remains fixed while the variable factor is changing. Clear? Now, let me explain this law of variable proportion in details. The law is based on the possibility of varying the proportion in which the various factors can be combined in order to produce a given level of output. See, the first thing is this law of variable proportion. This entire law is based on the possibility. What is the possibility? That we are varying the production level. Simply, that means we are constantly changing the production level, right? We are varying the production level. Production level is being changed, right? And definitely the factors input combination is also changed, because it is not same, it does not remain same. Now we have three concepts as regards to production. First is total product. Total product means what? Total product simply means the total amount of goods produced by a firm during a specified period of time. That is, we just summation, the summation of the total production. Total production kitna hua? This is total product, right? Total product means total amount of goods produced. Now average product. Average product means simply total product divided by number of factor inputs. It can be labor, it can be capital, anything, fine. So I'm just telling it is number of factor input. So if it is labor, if I have to say the average product per labor, then total product divided by number of labor, this will get as average product. Now marginal product. Marginal product means, what means what? Simply the change in total product divided by, change in total product divided by change in one factor input. Why? Right? So it can be a labor or anything. It can be labor, it can be capital, anything. So normally when we have to write the marginal product, we suppose if I'm using the marginal product from labor, because I'm constantly changing the number of labor. So marginal product from labor. Marginal product from labor, what does it mean? Suppose if I increase the a number of labor from 10 to 12, then from the 12th unit of labor, what is the change in the entire production? This is the marginal product from labor. My production level, suppose 1000 is the production level at 10th unit of labor. Now, if I increase the labor from 10 to 12, then what is the change in the production? So change. So here MPL, normally we write as del. This is del. It is like just total product divided by change in labor. It simply means marginal product from labor is equals to change in total product divided by change in labor. Right? Now, let me explain you with a graph, explain you this with an example of table. Okay. Suppose this is my fixed factors. Fixed factors per units, then total product, average product, and marginal product. You can easily observe the difference. I hope my screen is clear. For everyone, my screen is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, factor input. Suppose now fixed factors. Fixed factor, suppose land and capital is my fixed factor. I'm not going to change the space, land and the capital. This remains fixed. I can change only the labor unit, right? Now, in the fixed, since it is the law of variable proportion, my fixed factor remains the same. Suppose it is 4 units. 4 units for every factor, because the fixed factor is not going to change. Now labor units, 1 unit, 2 unit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leave it till 8. Okay. Now, so you can easily observe that the fixed factor remains the same. This is the most important observation in the law of variable proportion. Here, the fixed factor remains the same. So you can clearly observe that the fixed factor is same while we are changing the variable factor. That is the labor unit. I'm employing 1 unit of labor. At 1 unit of labor, maybe my total product is, that is total product generated is 4 unit. Fine. Average product would be 4 divided by 1 is 4. Marginal product would be again 4, because this is only the normal, means last unit that we get. Fine. Now, next unit, the total product increased to 10. At second unit of labor, my total product is 10. Fine. So average product would be simply 5, 10 divided by 2, and marginal product would be 10 minus 4 is 6. Simply 10 minus 4 is 6. Clear? Any issue? Please check. Clear? The average product, marginal product, is this clear? Shall I move ahead?
मैम थोड़ा सा और बताइए ना.
टोटल प्रोडक्ट आपका फर्स्ट यूनिट ऑफ लेबर में टोटल प्रोडक्ट कितना है? 4 है. एवरेज प्रोडक्ट मतलब क्या हुआ? टोटल प्रोडक्ट डिवाइडेड बाय लेबर. तो एवरेज प्रोडक्ट इज 4 ओनली. एंड मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट मतलब चेंज इन योर प्रोडक्शन. चेंज इन प्रोडक्शन, आपके एक यूनिट लेबर चेंज होने से कितना प्रोडक्शन में चेंज हुआ. तो हम लोग सिर्फ ऑब्जर्व करते चेंज. तो यहाँ पर कुछ भी नहीं है क्योंकि ये फर्स्ट ही यूनिट है, तो इट रिमेन्स 4 ओनली. बट नेक्स्ट यूनिट में देखो, सेकेंड यूनिट मैंने लेबर को एम्प्लॉय किया. जब हम सेकेंड यूनिट लेबर को एम्प्लॉय करें, मेरा टोटल प्रोडक्ट कितना हुआ? 4 से 10 हो गया. एवरेज प्रोडक्ट कितना हुआ? 10 डिवाइडेड बाई 2. एवरेज का मतलब क्या हुआ? टोटल प्रोडक्ट डिवाइडेड बाय लेबर. 10 हुआ, 10 से डिवाइडेड बाय 2 इज 5. मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट मतलब क्या? सिंपली चेंज. फर्स्ट लेवल पे कितना था? 4. नेक्स्ट लेवल कितना हुआ? 10. तो 10 माइनस 4 इज 6. दिस इज माय मार्जिनल. मार्जिनल मतलब क्या होता है? सिंपली दी लास्ट यूनिट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, और मैं इसको लिख सकती हूँ इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज इन पर यूनिट। पर यूनिट चेंज भी बोलते हैं हम इसको, वी यूज डिफरेंट टर्म्स, ठीक है। पर यूनिट चेंज भी बोल सकते हैं इसको। क्लियर है? आपके टोटल प्रोडक्ट में क्या चेंज हुआ उसी को बोल रहे हैं ना मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट। सोमालो, इज दिस क्लियर? देखो थर्ड यूनिट में देखो, टोटल प्रोडक्ट है हमारा 18, एवरेज प्रोडक्ट कितना होगा? टोटल प्रोडक्ट इज 18, एवरेज प्रोडक्ट कितना होगा?
मैम डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा वो लेवल से।
हाँ तो 6 होगा, 18 डिवाइडेड बाय 6, एंड मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट इज 8। फोर्थ यूनिट, हमारा फोर्थ यूनिट में आ रहा है 24, एवरेज प्रोडक्ट आ रहा है सिंपली 6, देन मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट विल बी 6, 18 से 24 हुआ, ठीक है। इसके बाद हमारा 28, देन वी गेट अ पॉइंट इज 5.6, देन 4। यहाँ पे देखो हमारा मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट स्टार्ट डिक्लाइनिंग, मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट डिक्लाइन होना शुरू हो गया। देखो मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट जो डिक्लाइन हो रहा है, यहाँ पर भी आप देखो रेट कितनी स्पीड जो है कम हो गई है ना, 5.6, 5, यहाँ पर आ गया आपका 2, 30 के बाद अगेन 30, वी गेट 4.2 and we get 0. When your marginal product is 0, that time your total product is maximum. Kindly remember this point for everything. मतलब जब marginal product 0 हो जाता है, that time, क्योंकि sums में ऐसा बहुत आता है, TP is at maximum. For total cost बोलो या आप utility बोलो, किसी के लिए भी बोलो, sums में दिया रहेगा that find out the total cost, find out the cost which is at the minimum or find out the utility which is at the maximum. तो marginal level को देखना, जब marginal 0 है तभी total product maximum है। 8 यूनिट में देखो हमारा ये 28 आ रहा है, this is 3.5 and this becomes -2. Is this chart clear? ये चार्ट क्लियर हुआ तुम लोग को? कुछ तो भी क्लियर है ना चार्ट? मैं हटा दूं? लॉ ऑफ वेरिएबल प्रोपोर्शन का चार्ट क्लियर है? फिर मैं डायग्राम में जाऊंगी। अच्छा होएगा, चलो ठीक আছে, ভেরি গুড। তাহলে আমি যাচ্ছি, এটাও ক্লিয়ার হয়ে গেছে। चलो अब इसका मैं एक बार कर्व दिखा दे रही हूँ। আমার মনে হচ্ছে তুমি ইউটিলিটি কার্ভটাকে বুঝছো না, তো এটা তো করেছিলাম, আমার মনে নেই, मे बी हो सकता है। ओके, नाउ नॉर्मली क्या होता है, ये टोटल प्रोडक्ट आपका इस तरीके से जाता है, ठीक है। एवरेज प्रोडक्ट जो है वो टोटल प्रोडक्ट को फॉलो करता है, ठीक है। एंड मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट जो है वो स्पीड में इंक्रीज होता है देखना, और स्पीड में डिक्लाइन हो जाता है। व्हेन योर एमपी इज 0, ये लेवल पे आप देखो, जब आपका मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट इज 0, ये हमेशा याद रखना, जब आपका मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट इज 0, दैट टाइम योर टोटल प्रोडक्ट विल बी एट द मैक्सिमम। इस टाइम में आपका टोटल प्रोडक्ट इज इक्वल्स टू मैक्सिमम। ये पॉइंट आप लोग हमेशा याद रखिए, सम्स में ऐसे घुमा के क्वेश्चन देता है, तो you should remember this point. See, there are 3 stages in the law of variable proportion. In the first stage, TP increases. देखो TP जो है first stage में TP is increasing at an increasing rate up to a point called P. Here point is P. I don't know what is the point of infection. देखो stage 1. This is till stage 1. This one is stage 1. TP is increasing. इसके बाद stage 1 के बाद stage 2, ये है stage 2, this one is stage 2 and this one is stage 3. I'm just writing stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. ये जो 3 stage है, here in this stage TP increases at an increasing rate. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, TP is increasing. फर्स्ट स्टेज में क्या हो रहा है, TP is increasing at an increasing rate, at an increasing rate. ठीक है, increasing rate. TP कहाँ स्टैंड संभाल के, increasing rate. Here TP is still increasing. यहाँ पर भी TP is increasing, but not at an increasing rate. It started increasing at a diminishing rate. And here when the MP falls, यहाँ पे TP decline करना शुरू हो जाता है. TP start declining. Total product start declining because till the point MP is positive. Till the point MP is positive, TP is increasing. But once the MP becomes negative, MP देखो नीचे चला गया बिल्कुल, TP start declining, total product start declining. And average product is very simple, it just follow the pattern of total product. जैसे जैसे total product जाएगा, average product भी वैसे वैसे जाएगा, उसका कोई टेंशन नहीं है. आपको सिर्फ ये दो पॉइंट को कंसिडर करना है, ये पॉइंट stage 1 and stage 2 and stage 3. यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है, MP is, देखो मैं यहाँ पर लिख दे रही हूँ so that you'll be able to remember. फर्स्ट स्टेज में क्या हो रहा है, फर्स्ट स्टेज में देखो MP पॉजिटिव, ठीक है, TP इंक्रीजिंग at an increasing rate. Fine, clear? Now second stage में MP declining, MP नीचे गिर रहा है, नेगेटिव की तरफ जा रहा है, अभी it's not yet negative. TP increasing, still this point TP is increasing at an, means at a decreasing rate. Decreasing rate. Fine. MP negative, MP negative, TP in between. MP is equals to 0, TP is equals to maximum. These are very important points. You should, these are the point which you should, this is the first stage, this is the second stage, and this is the third stage. Clear? ये law of variable